Hello and welcome back to another episode of my series called Modding My Mike Bloomfield Guitar. If you're new here, last year in the Toman build kit challenge thing that I had, I made a copy of Mike Bloomfield's guitar, or a loosely based on copy. I made that guitar because I wanted to make a series of videos on how to make a right-handed guitar into a left-handed guitar, and I had that because of the history of his guitar as a sort of standpoint to make those videos. Because if you've seen his guitar, you know that someone just cut away the guitar's upper horn and made a new lower horn for when the body was flipped. I wanted to show how to do that sort of a thing if you need to mod a guitar, but do it so it actually looks nice, which involves more work, but in the end I think it's worth it. Anyway, I made that guitar and I used all the stock parts that a Harley Benton kit comes with, and I've been slowly in this build series, which is the mod series of that guitar, doing some things here and there and changing things around and upgrading parts and changing things around. Today, finally, we're gonna do something about the biggest issue this guitar had, because here's the guitar. And if you remember, when I actually built this guitar, these pickups that you get in the Harley Benton kit, they are not that fun. I don't really like them that much. They're not horrible, they're not bad, you know, for a beginner or for just starting out, I suppose. But if you want to have something exciting and you want to have something that you can really have fun with and that you're like really love, you need to change those pickups out. Sorry to say. But anyway, finally, after a very long time of waiting, the parts that I want have shown up. Because, as you can see, the bridge is flipped upside down. And I was thinking, if I flip it again, so it's not flipped upside down, then it's like a left-handed guitar. There's really nothing that says otherwise. And obviously you could go with the right-handed, reverse look if you want to. I finally got the new bridge, and this is what I've gone with. Humbucker size. That's cool. And here's the kicker. Humbucker size P90s. Humbucker size P90s. Yeah. I love P90s. Actually, I really do. I'm constantly in a debate with myself if I love single coils from a Strat or if I like P90s. And I have a couple of guitars with P90s, regular like ear dog P90s or soap bar style ones. I also have the bigger Fender, the Jazzmaster style one, and I really like all of them. They are a little bit different, but not that different, I would say. I think that the difference is overplayed. It's just a preference thing, basically. They're all good. The quality of the pickup is more important. But anyway, that's a whole other digression. Humbucker's P90 sized is something that I don't have a guitar with, and I've never had a guitar with, and it's one of those things that have slipped under my radar and that I sometimes remember like, ooh, I should try that out, and then I forget about it. And then I'm like, ooh, I should try that out, and then I forget about it again. But now I finally have a pair, I have a bridge for it. There is no excuse, there is no getting around it. We're just gonna get this going, we're just gonna start, we're just gonna because you're probably gonna wanna know, maybe, or not. These are super inexpensive, crappy pickups from eBay, I think I bought them up. Anyway, they're the cheapest one you can find. And the reason why I went with that is because I'm not sure that this is gonna be something I want, and then I can just pop in a couple of humbuckers. I have some humbuckers from nicer brands laying around that I can use. But if I'm like, ooh, this is pretty good, it's not great. These pickups actually come with Alnico 5 magnets. And so then the only thing that I need to do is rewind them. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know that I recently made a pickup winder and that I'm slowly gonna work towards getting into making pickups. If I feel like it, I can rewind them, and then I have everything I need. I just need, new wire, and I need to rewire them. And that could be really fun and cool. And a totally fun experiment and a totally different kind of mod for this guitar. Just so many opportunities flowing in the air when I think about that. So that's why I went with the super inexpensive pickups. I also like the idea of maybe we doing that, like, what happens if we take really inexpensive pickups and we just rewire them, basically, because if they come with the right magnets and they come with the right size bobbin and they fit in your guitar, then the only thing that really stopping you is the wiring of it. And it's just a spool basically, so it can't be that hard. I mean, I assume that there is some craftsmanship in it and some finessing and thinking, but if you can, you know, rewire a pickup or rewind a pickup, sorry, and it takes, let's say, 15 minutes to do, and your pickups become 100% better, then it's worth it. Even if it doesn't become as good as some super expensive pickup, it can still be worth it. So that's sort of my thinking, the way I'm looking at this right now. That's what's the experiment that is getting me excited about doing this. Stick around, we'll see what happens. It's not going to be something that happens in the near future, because I want to put the guitar together and I want to put strings on it and I want to set it up and I want to play it, and I want to play it for a while, like 2-3 months maybe even, and just, you know, really figure out exactly what my opinion is. We are gonna mod these pickups already a little bit, because they come with this thin plastic here and you can just pop it and, you know, move it. I don't know if you could hear that. Anyway, they're flimsy, so we're gonna open them up, take a look inside, and see what we can do, and hopefully make a new make a new shield or cover or whatever this black plastic thing is. Okay, so here's a pickup, and as you can see, you have soldered joints right here. At least I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can. There's soldered joints, and they are basically connecting this back plate here to this outer shield here. We're not going to go into why that is. It's a whole shielding, keeping noise and interference out thing. See, got through it real quickly anyway. I'm in a weird mood today. You have to break these, and it took a little bit longer to do than I was hoping, but it's doable. You just need to heat them up and remove the solder. Anyway, I did it to this pickup so we can see it without having to do it, because, yeah, it takes too long. And here's the plate, and as you can see, super thin, stupid little piece of plastic. It's, I don't know how thick it is, but I can measure it anyway. I'll do it later. This is what it looks inside, and it's actually not at all what I thought. I don't know why I thought something else. I didn't think this is what I would see. This is actually a regular size single coil, but with 2 magnets. I don't know if this is actually how a humbucker sized P90 is supposed to look like, because as I've already said, this is new territory for me, but that's what it looks like. And I don't know. I need to think a little bit, so I'll be back real soon. But let's first measure this thickness here. So let's see here. How thick is this? This is 0.8 mils thick. 0.8, which means that it's close to being a mil, but not really. And so replacing this is going to be kind of hard, I think. Especially if we want to go with wood, because we need to find a really thin veneer. And I don't have any veneer, because I basically never use it for anything. I'm going to have to think about this for a little bit. So I'll be right back. Or at least for you it will be right back, but for me it might be days. No, I'm not going to let it take that long. But anyway, bye. Okay, so I have these 2 options. I could either go with one of these humbucker covers. I think that could look a little bit cool, but obviously the holes are in the wrong place. So I was thinking that if I put this on the other side, we would have this cool blacked out holes sort of look. And that's actually, you know, not bad. But then I looked around in my parts drawer for arts and crafts, which has nothing to do with like the workstation or anything like that, and I found a little bit of veneer that is for making cards, and it's wood. And I was thinking that if I use this plate as some sort of backing and I put this on and I cut out the holes, or at least try to, and yeah, but maybe that could look cool. Have a little bit of wood, and I can stain this because it has a film on the back. Move with this, so I'm gonna try that. So I'm just gonna take this piece of wood and I'm just gonna scuff this up a little bit, I think. Just a super quick little sanding, just because the issue I have with this, and it might come back and bite me later, is that the adhesive that comes on the thin wood veneer is, I have no idea if this is any good at all. And yeah, we might put this on and put everything together and be super happy about the guitar. And then a week from this video is done and released, everything might just fall apart. Now it's on like that, and we're gonna put it over to the other side like that and try to rub it down, get a firm connection, and then just take a scissor, and because the wood is so thin, you don't have to care about, you know, damaging your scissors or anything because it's thin. So I was gonna cut the holes out on the back here with a X-Acto blade and just, you know, go around. But I remember I had one of these. They are hole punchers for leatherworking. And yes, I've done leatherworking. And I can just line the right size up. And hopefully it can cut through this. I might have to go through on both sides actually. I'm gonna see if I can line them up. Yeah. Not super perfect, but I think it's gonna work. And I think it's gonna be better than using something else. Just gonna go in like this and cut the holes and then go back, and I can see the outline where it cut like almost through the entire way, and just do it again basically. Something like that. See if I can maybe take a screwdriver or something small and just, yeah, I can just basically poke through. Something like that. It became a little bit wonky right there, which is a little bit annoying. Let's see if we can maybe clean that up a little bit. Yeah, not 100% perfect, but I think that if I go to stain this, it's gonna hide that because it's gonna get closer to the black backdrop. So if we take the pickup, we can just do a quick push this on, and we can line this up again. Something like this. And as you can see, that looks pretty good. Can you see that? Yeah. I'm gonna stain this later. I'm gonna do the other one and come back. I'm gonna stain this because I think that matching this to the neck will be really cool. I have them stuck down with a little bit of masking tape, rolled up to a roll, just to hold them in place. And I have a little bit of lacquer stain. And if you've seen other videos, you know that I love everything that isn't water-based, because I don't have time for water. And I have a little bit of white spirit in here as well. And I'm just gonna color these in, basically, with an old messed up brush that I really should have thrown out. And I'm putting on a really thin layer because if you put on too much, it's gonna be really hard to remove. But if you put on a thin layer, you can come back and you can be like, I need a little bit more. So there it is. I'm gonna put on another layer and I'm gonna be right back. So here they are now. I painted them like 3 times, 3 layers I think, and then I put on a little bit of shellac as well, and then I left them to dry. So we're back for, I don't know, maybe I was gone 40 minutes or something. Anyway, we're gonna put them back together now. And first I'm just gonna figure out which one goes with which. So, yeah, we're just gonna put them back in there, and then put this back in. Pops right back into place. And now, because everything is a little thicker, because of the plastic basically become a little bit thicker with the wood veneer thing on, it all looks a little bit more snug. And now I just need to, first off I need to put this one back in its place as well. And now we just need to take some solder and reheat these connections and try to get everything here to flow together again. It's gonna be super annoying because there's so much you need to heat up, but I'm gonna do it. So after you have made the connections here again, here's the pickups now anyway. And I hope you think they look cool, because I think they look pretty cool. So that's the end of this video. Sorry, but I just felt like I should have this be a separate video because I wanted to experiment with this and not just put everything into the guitar. But I'm gonna start working on the guitar and putting this into the guitar right away, so you won't have to wait very long. Hopefully this videos will come out in the same week. So if you're curious about how the guitar sounds, just hold on for a little bit longer, because I really just didn't want to make a super long video, and this video is already too long. But anyway, that's it for this video. Talk to me in the comments below if you want to. If you don't want to talk to me in the comments below, you don't have to. And don't forget to press the like button and the subscribe button and those things. It really helps out the channel, so please do that. It also lets me know that you appreciate the content that I'm putting out, because it is a lot of work to make these videos. See you in the next video. Don't forget to stay awesome and cool and go and make wooden plates for your pickups so that they look fancy. Got nothing.